Shall we begin?
Welcome to the Happy MonsterCast. I'm your host, Scott Marchand Davis of Happy Monster Press.
Let's begin now.
This week on the Happy MonsterCast, the Ghost Wardens face judgment from the Underworld Kings.
This podcast contains adult language and adult situations.
Previously on the Happy MonsterCast.
Ghost Mountain, the isolated temple where the unruly dead return to their proper place in hell. Meet the Ghost Wardens, holy warriors dedicated to the service of the Underworld Kings, battling the undead and laying them to rest. Here, Bolt Fist Jiao, master of music sorcery, Cheerful Fan, who smiles through his sorrow, Ebullient Gong Gou, dog devil and fire sorcerer, Sneaky Chow, silent assassin, and Knives Tso, ox devil blade master, stand ready to return the unruly dead to hell.
The Ghost Wardens have mustered forces to defend Capital City, but they are contentious and must be brought into cooperation. And now they must make their way through hell to reach the undead general Resolute Hong.
Alright, let's recap. You are in Sanctuary City, which is a strange city where violence is not permitted. And in fact, anyone perpetrating violence is cursed. You came there because Resolute Hong, the leader of the Inevitable Army, was based there for many, many years. And so you sought to understand how he is getting the power to create so many unruly dead, animating his fallen enemies in order to swell his ranks as he marches on Capital City. So you visited the Council of the Horse Lords, and they have agreed to cooperate in the defense of the Empire, although they seemed a bit maybe too enthusiastic about getting through the North Gate. You also visited the Black Banners and have gained the allegiance of Hong's number 2, Captain Fong, who knows his mindset and his capabilities extremely well and will probably be a useful asset when it finally comes time to face the Inevitable Army. And then you went to the library where Hong had studied in the hopes of determining how he learned to harness all this power. And in the library, ghosts led you to a tomb, which appears to be the tomb of the first Emperor Ji. Emperor Ji, of course, was a one-person dynasty. He was the only ruler of his family, and he was replaced by the first Emperor Jing, and the Jing dynasty rules in the empire to this day. In the tomb, the ghost guided you to a specific chamber in the sarcophagus, inside of which was a scroll. And so as the chamber behind you fills with mercury and you escape back to the basement of the library, you are able to pause, open up the ancient scroll, and read. The undying tyrant Ji is finally bound by black thread in hell where he belongs. The cost was high, but for the sake of future generations, we resigned to pay it. The Emperor created us, but in the end his depravity overcame our loyalty and we could stand by him no longer. Only with the help of the Ghost Wardens, the Horse Lords, the Valiant Societies, and his own golden banners could we defeat him. He raised his fallen soldiers to fight for him, even in death, and summoned allies from hell through his own black heart. Such was his power over the Underworld Kings. The Ghost Wardens broke his power by entering the Hellgate themselves, then emerged from his own portal and dragged his spirit back through it. His ghastly army fell once the portal closed behind them. The rest of us split Ji's body and hid the remains in secret tombs in the distant corners of the Empire. With magic, we forged chains for his soul out of his remains, along with those items too tainted by his cruelty to risk falling into unknowing hands. All that is here in this tomb is the Book of Metal and Ji's savage heart. Both are stained with the ugliest of his deeds. The book contains not only the battle strategies he used to pacify the Empire, but also the dark spells he used to dominate the Underworld kings. His savage heart contains his power, dormant without his eyes or hands to direct it. Do not disturb them, lest he somehow manage to break the threads which bind his soul and return to torment the earth. My only hope is that his 5 tombs are lost and forgotten. So many friends and brothers died to make this so. My burden is heavier. Despite a crown and a luxurious life as the new emperor, the worst punishments of hell surely await me and all my descendants. I pray that it is all worth it. Jing the Usurper.
Wow.
Well, okay then.
Do we believe it?
I'm inclined to. I guess we could do a cult test on it, right?
I mean, was he supposed to be a terrible, cruel emperor?
Ji, this would be an academics role. Which, Brendan, since you're playing Bolt Fist, he's the only one of you who actually has academics.
Okay. All right. Here it comes.
I sort of feel like anybody that terrible you would probably know about.
So, Bolt Fist, as a scholar, has read about the foundation of the Empire. And the impression he had is that maybe they were whitewashing Emperor Ji a little bit.
Really? Wow.
Like they were trying to make him look good as the founder of the Empire, but there's hints of some real ugly stuff in there. And of course, there's no real explanation for why Emperor Jing took over. So at least from what he remembers of history, this whole story that from the scroll is entirely plausible.
Wow. Okay.
So, what do we know about these 5 tombs? Are any of us aware of any of that? In our travels, might have any hints of where these things might be?
No, in fact, from what you understood, there was only one tomb of Emperor Ji. So you found one, but no one has any idea where the tomb is, and therefore where any of the other 4 might be.
I mean, it sounds like we might not want to find them, but maybe somebody's looking for them.
It's possible.
Well, the way that this book tells the story, there are an awful lot of parallels here with what's going on right now. I mean, coming back from the dead to command an army of fallen warriors,
Yep.
and then opposing him are the combined might of the Ghost Wardens, the Horse Lords, the elite troops, and the Golden Banners. I mean, this sounds pretty coincidental.
Yes, and of course, the 2 artifacts in this tomb contain the spells that were used to dominate the Underworld kings and the core of Ji's power in the form of his heart. So the obvious inference is that Hong already visited this tomb and he walked away with those 2 things.
Mm-hmm.
Because those 2 things are not here anymore.
Well, you didn't open those chambers, but all of the traps were tripped, so somebody was here before you. And the combination of the book and the heart would explain how Hong is able to assemble this inevitable army. he has them in the book, and he has the heart, which contains the power of Ji.
Well, that's not good.
Most likely, he has placed the heart into his own body.
But I guess I was misunderstanding. It said that the heart was no good unless it also has the eyes and the hands to use to wield the power.
It needs eyes and hands. And
it doesn't say his eyes and hands?
Well, it does say his eyes and hands, but it's possible that anyone's eyes and hands would do if they also had the Book of Metal.
Mm.
Well then.
And it also gives the recipe for how he was defeated last time.
That would be useful for us to know.
The Ghost Wardens broke his power by entering the Hell Gates themselves and then emerging from the portal that the Savage Heart and the Book of Metal create.
Oh boy.
Sounds like we should go to the Hellgate.
Well, before you do that, if you're going to pop out in the middle of Resolute Hong's army, then it might be helpful if somebody else was fighting that army so that they didn't all just land on you.
Oh, yes.
Since
We
you
could
had
probably tell everybody about this.
It's the Horse Lords and the Golden Banner.
Time to go make some friends.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, since you have since if you check the Mirror of Ever-Present Sight, it appears that Hong has about 10,000 undead marching up the Great Road to its capital city, and you only have a few weeks to get them into position in front of capital city to defend it.
Okay. So I think that's the course of action. So we should meet with the leaders of the Horse Lords of the Golden Banners and explain that they need to engage them in this earthly plane while we fight them on the ethereal plane. Use our magic to go into the Hellgate to get the tools that are going to be useful to end it once and for all.
So one of you at least will have to go with the Horse Lords to get them through the North Gate and also keep them from killing the Black Banners.
Okay.
Well, I can do that. I mean, I probably have like the best fighting skills, but not maybe so many others.
Yeah.
And that is something I'm pretty darn good at.
You're made for a big fight.
That's right.
You also have the allegiance of the Valiant Societies after winning the tournament at Stone Drum, or Stone Wheel, I should say.
We need to call everyone.
And of course, the Gold Banners.
Mm-hmm.
So if you can get all of these people to cooperate, you'll also be able to muster 10,000 men.
All right. So that would be a matter of meeting with their leaders and being persuasive.
Yeah. So if you want the White Banners and from the west, you'll have to zap over to Dead Lake and round up those guys, and then you'll have the Black and Gold Banners as well. The Gold Banners are already in Capital City. The Devils can get there through the tunnels, and you can snag the Valiant Societies on the way to Capital City. So if you do all this and then use the Moon Blessing to go back to Dead Lake and get to the Hellgate, you can make it just in time before the armies engage. But there's going to be some tricky negotiations ahead to get all of these people to collaborate.
Somebody's got to sell the story that we've learned.
Well, I have been honing my persuasion skills. So
I've been trying, sort of.
and we appreciate your efforts.
Thank you. Thank you.
Your efforts have not gone unnoticed. Good try.
Yeah.
Good try.
So the banners you got covered, because those guys are because you're generals, so you can just order the banners to do their thing, which is 5,000 guys. But the other to get them to cooperate with the 3,000 horse lords you have is going to be a bit more of a challenge. And to get the valiant societies will be easier to get on board, but it's still going to be a bit of a challenge. So when you march to North Gate, if you show the Emperor's plaque, then you're all good there.
Right.
But as you collect the black banners and move through and approach Capital City, you're going to need to do some negotiations to keep the horse lords and the valiant societies in line. And the banners themselves are a little bit unhappy about the prospect of fighting alongside the horse lords and the devils specifically. But if you get everybody, that's going to be about 12,000 troops, and you'll actually have the inevitable army outnumbered.
Cool. Well,
so this is going to run as a dramatic task.
Okay.
You have 5 rounds for your negotiator to collect as many task tokens as possible with support from the rest of you. And of course, Goldfist can jump in and support as well.
Right.
So at a minimum, you'll have the gold banners. They're not going to disobey the Emperor and their generals. So first round, how would Ebullient, Boltfist, and Knives like to support Cheerful as he negotiates with the leaders of these various forces?
I think Boltfist is going to use notice and is going to pay close attention to the way the crowd reacts to the arguments that are going on, and find the most persuasive arguments and say, yeah, that's the line of attack. That's what you want to hit home on.
Okay, go for it. All right, that'll be a +1. How about Ebullient?
I think I'm going to do what I tried last time, which is, can I do a roll on battle to point out the obvious inevitability of what's coming? Basically, this is what we've seen so far.
You absolutely can.
And provide all that evidence.
Yep. Very nice. That's another +1. And Knives.
Yes, I'd like to. I mean, is there anything I can do to try to show off our, I don't know, to be an impressive, strong-looking general?
I would allow you to do a demonstration of your martial prowess using fighting.
Oof.
Good. That's good enough for another +1.
Yes.
Okay.
So
give me a persuasion roll at +3.
Persuasion at +3. Here we go.
All right. That's 2 successes.
Not
bad.
All right. It's not bad.
Okay, second round. In this case, I will allow you to continue to use the same basic strategies for the first 3 rounds, and then I'm going to make you change them. So you can re-roll the things you just rolled, as Cheerful is negotiating among the various generals. There's lots of questions of precedence and who's going to be in command of who, and of course, none of you are going to be there, so they have to set up some kind of a chain of command that doesn't involve the Ghost Wardens, and they're all there because of you, so it's very complicated.
So I think Bullfist is going to change it up and also do a demonstration of martial prowess with fighting.
Okay.
That's a D8 instead. So here we go.
Yeah, this will be especially effective at influencing the valiant societies. Ooh, that's a +2.
Cool.
And Ebullient.
Ebullient is going to stick with what he's doing because these are basically the same questions we're getting asked over and over again. So
Right. That's good for another +1. And Knives.
I continue to be impressive in my own way.
Boy, you sure do.
Yeah, buddy.
So that's going to be another +2 for a total of +5.
Okay. So here comes a persuasion at +5.
Normally, you can only have +4, but in this high stakes situation, I'm letting you have a higher bonus.
Take every edge possible. All right, here we go.
All right, so that's 2 more.
So we only need 1 more success, right?
To get the whole force, you need 4 more successes, but you do have 3 more rounds.
Okay, good.
Okay, so back to Bolt Fist.
I think same deal. Fighting again. We're getting into the nitty gritty of how this battle is going to work, and the fighting ability, understanding of military tactics is really coming in.
Demonstrating fighting styles. Okay, that's not going to get you anything.
Can I Benny that?
You absolutely can.
All right, we're going to Benny that roll. That's better.
All right, that's a +1. Ebullient.
all right, I'm going to explain this one more time. All right, maybe one more time.
Okay, two more times.
That's much better.
There you go.
There.
That is
actually going to be +3. So you're up to +4 by already, and Knives. Being very impressive.
That's right. Oof. I'm very impressive.
Wowee.
And I'm going to say that's another +4. So go ahead.
Good heavens.
Sorry, we'll make this a +7 total.
All right. So
this is going to be very persuasive.
This is maxed out here, +7. All right.
So that's going to be 3 more.
Whoa.
So you only need 1 more success in order to get the full force cooperating and fighting for you.
Okay.
But I'm going to ask you all to change it up now and pick different skills. So Bolt Fist. Okay.
So first time around I used notice, then fighting. Now I'm going to use battle.
Okay.
Because we are getting into the final, details about how this is going to work.
The final disposition of the armies, yeah.
That's not great.
You might want to let it go, save the bennies.
Yeah, we only need 1 more win.
Yeah. Ebullient.
Yeah, I'm kind of a min-max guy just for bones up.
I mean, you could do the martial prowess thing. You haven't done that yet.
Yeah, sure. I haven't shown off my 3-section staff in a while.
That's good for a +1. And Knives.
I am going to show them how lucky I am and how that's going to contribute to the success of the entire mission.
All right, and that's worth a +1. So give me a persuasion at +2, please.
All right, so here's persuasion at +2. Come on, big money, big money. There you go.
Oh,
nice.
Oh yeah,
more than good enough. So you've got the entire army aligned.
Hey, teamwork makes the dream work.
So you've negotiated all this at Capital City with runners going back and forth to Dead Lake, the forces from Dead Lake. The inevitable army is only a few days away from Capital City. As you take your moon blessing to Dead Lake and ride hard from Dead Lake back to Ghost Mountain.
Whew.
So, before you enter the Hellgate, would you like to make occult rolls to get a sense of what you might be walking into?
Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes, sir, I would. I'll start with Bold Fist, and then I'll do Cheerful.
Yeah, both of us got nothing.
Hey, Scott, now the army is riding. Do I still need to stay with them, or can I go through the Hellgate
No,
too?
you absolutely should go through the Hellgate.
Okay, I was going to say that might be a poor idea to leave me behind.
Right.
Yes.
I need
All right.
someone to hide behind.
Ebullient and Knives. We need your occult rolls. So far, we're not doing so good.
Ooh,
Surprisingly good for Knives.
I'm lucky, like I said.
Okay, so Knives and Ebullient, you've done more studying of hell. So what you believe is going to happen is when you enter the gate, you will be judged and sent to the appropriate hell for your sins.
Oh.
Okay, question. What if I don't have any sins?
We know which hell you're going to.
That what's not clear is once you're in hell, how the heck you're supposed to get from whatever hell you end up in to this portal that Resolute Hong has created, and also what you will find at that portal and what you'll need to do to traverse it. It's usually hell is a one-way trip.
Oh.
Eventually your soul gets lighter and floats back up. But of course you'll be alive, which is not the standard process. So things might be different when you go through. So are you ready to go to hell?
I am.
Yes.
I guess.
All right. So with some trepidation, because last time you only stuck your head in, you walk through the Hellgate.
What could go wrong?
And you emerge in a vast chamber. There are thousands of blind and mute ghosts shuffling about. Some of them try to grab onto you or make fleeting motions towards you. But if you brush them away, they grow confused and stumble off. You can see behind you Abbot Moo and the Ghost Mountain guards who accompanied you to the gate, distorted as through heat or strange glass on the other side of the Hellgate. Toward the back of the chamber is an underworld king, an enormous towering figure wearing a necklace of severed heads. You see him reach out and grasp a soul. He stares into the ghost's eyes, and the two have a brief conversation. Then he takes a stamp from his belt, stamps the spirit's hand, and says, "For you, the hell of iron webs. Now be on your way." And the ghost steps into a cloudy portal and disappears. As he turns his attention back to the room, he sees you. "Ghost Wardens, you have failed in your duty. The mortal realm is doomed to darkness. Step forward and be stamped as judgment demands. Once the effects of your sins have passed and your punishment is suffered, the stamp burns away and you may be judged again. But with Ji ruling the earth eternally, your punishment may be eternal too. No matter. The law is the law. Who shall be judged first?" So from your occult roll, you know that the Underworld Kings are creatures of absolute bureaucracy. And the Underworld King here is following the process. The souls get stamped, the souls move on. So he is waiting for you to approach and get your stamps.
So I kind of explained to him, Almighty King, our goal here is not merely to be judged and to expiate the burden of our own sin, but to actually prevent this very dark dominion that you're talking about. It's our intent to avoid the subjugation and destruction of Earth and all its societies.
And keep the correct process and balance of the universe.
All right, so Knives, give me a persuasion roll at +2 because you're not an outsider in this context.
Hmm.
Oh, wow.
That is unexpected, but okay.
Interesting.
Um,
All right, that's worth a +1 on Cheerful's persuasion roll.
All right.
Wow, that's bad. And it's also at a -4 because the Underworld King is not buying it. So
okay.
Would you like to Benny that?
I think I would like to Benny that, yes. Damn it.
Even, same roll. Okay, so in the first round of this social conflict, the Underworld King says, "You have entered hell and you must be judged." New round, so Ebullient and Bullfist might want to jump in and support as well.
Right.
He's a bureaucrat?
Yes.
So technically speaking, we haven't failed our quest yet because we're not dead. This is not the end of our lives. We are continuing our quest.
All right. Go ahead and give me a persuasion roll. You also don't have outsider, as all souls are equal in hell. Actually, I forgot. I should roll smarts because if he rolls extremely badly, you might. Nope. Okay. Yeah. No. So far. Okay, so that's going to be a +1 on the persuasion roll from Cheerful. Boltfist could use academics to make legal arguments.
Yes.
I'll give him a +1 on his academics roll if he's busting out legalese.
Right. Yep. Okay.
All right, that's another +1 for you. And Knives.
we're going to continue with the persuasion.
Okay. Again, no outsider.
Yep.
You're still tongue-tied, though, so that doesn't get you anywhere unless you Benny it.
Yeah.
All right. So, Cheerful. Persuasion at -2.
Okay. All right. So, but I think the real key issue here is.
You happy with the 5?
I am. I think that's as good as I'm going to get.
Low numbers. Okay, that's one success. One more round.
Okay. Let me see here. Can Boltfist use notice as this discourse is going on? Same deal as up above, like, very careful attention to the wording of the arguments.
Yeah, I'd allow that.
All right.
Oh, very nice. That's going to be a +2. Ebullient.
Could I switch to occult to kind of back up the statements I'm saying, kind of talk about the points of order of whether or not he can judge somebody who's not dead?
Yeah. Nothing on that
Not-
unless you want to Benny it.
I want to Benny that. Get over here. Yeah.
Okay, it's still a +1. So that's +3. So only -1 on your persuasion roll this round.
All right, Knives, give me some love.
I am gonna. Can I just try to be lucky and bet my eyes at him?
Sure, I'll allow it.
He's a demon guy.
There's a penalty on that though, because gambling is not his jam. So no
Ah.
bonus there. All right, so persuasion at -1.
Persuasion at -1. Big money, big money.
All right, so 2 successes. Oh, you get Benny it? Okay, still 2 successes.
Man, all right.
Okay, it says approach and be judged. Who's first?
I'll go first. What the heck?
Cheerful Fan, what is your biggest unresolved regret?
My biggest unresolved regret is, hang on a second. Oh, shoot. I have this written down. I feel that I have never lived up to my full potential.
Oh man.
Who is the one you hurt most during this life?
My father. I was always a great disappointment to my father.
Why didn't you change when you had the chance?
I tried so many times. I tried, but I was weak.
You betrayed your father. Your sentence is to the boiling cauldron hell. But stand aside while I judge your companions.
Seems a little disproportionate, but okay.
I'll go.
Okay. Knives Tso.
Yep.
What is your biggest unresolved regret?
I have no regrets.
Is that the now
That's my answer.
you're compelled to answer truthfully. Is that the truthful answer for Knives?
That's all I remember.
Who is the one you hurt the most during this life?
The last person I killed in a fight.
All I can think of is the Dread Pirate Roberts. I kill a lot of people.
Possible. Killed a lot of people.
Why didn't you change when you had the chance?
Because killing evildoers in the name of protecting the empire is Ghost Warden's duty.
You are a violent warrior. I sentence you to the Iron Claw Hell.
Okay.
Bolt Fist approaches, has a brief conversation, and then he booms out, I sentence you to the Black Thread Hell. And Ebullient. What is your biggest unresolved regret?
Well, there was this quest involving saving the entire world that we have apparently failed.
Who is the one you hurt most during this life?
Every ghost I have failed to help peacefully cross over.
Why didn't you change when you had the chance?
Wine tastes good.
I sentence you to the city of wrongful death for failing your quest. But, Ghost Wardens, since you seek to right the wrongs of Great G, I will give you this choice. You may all go to the same hell that I sentence G, the Black Thread Hell. Or you may go to your proper places. What do you choose?
I sort of feel like it'd be better for us to stick together.
Yeah. And if G can get out, maybe we can too.
Yep.
Ebullient, you in?
I'm down with that.
Very well. And he stamps each of your hands and gestures you to the cloudy portal. You enter and everything goes white. And that is where we are going to end the game for tonight.
Cool.
All right. Thank you.
Good night.
Have a good night.
Bye.
Take care, everybody.
You can follow Happy Monster Press on Facebook and Blue Sky as Happy Monster Press, on our website at happymonsterpress.com, on Twitter as Happy Monster PRS, or follow this podcast on YouTube, Spotify, or iTunes. Like what you hear? Support us on Ko-Fi at ko-fi.com/happymonsterpress. The Happy MonsterCast is part of the Savage Worlds Media Network. This podcast references the Savage Worlds game system available from Pinnacle Entertainment Group at www.peginc.com. It is unofficial content permitted under the Media Content Agreement. This content is not managed, approved, or endorsed by Pinnacle Entertainment Group. Certain materials used are the intellectual property of Pinnacle and all rights are reserved. Savage Worlds, all related settings and unique characters, locations, logos, and trademarks are copyrights of Pinnacle Entertainment Group. All other content is the intellectual property of Happy Monster Press. Music: Ice Cold by Jason Shaw, and Asian Drums by Kevin MacLeod of Incompetech.com, licensed under Creative Commons by Attribution 4.0 license.
Oh, for sure.